Man, y'all need to grab some popcorn because the nerds are fighting. The science-based community is in a civil war right now. It ain't a street fight. Nobody is throwing hands. Nobody is pulling up. It's a cold war. It's a war of citations and, well, actually. We got Milo Wolf responding to Jeremy Ethier. Now, if you just watch the video, you might think they are friends. Milo is sitting there in his dark-ass room looking like he's about to read a manifesto from a bunker, and he's smiling. He says, "Cool study, Jeremy. Very interesting." But listen to the shade. He says, "I realize this is a bit of YouTube pizzazz. Claiming this one study will answer the question is probably not quite right." Do y'all know what that means in nerd language? When a scientist calls your work YouTube pizzazz, he isn't complimenting your editing. He is calling you a clickbait liar. He just slapped Jeremy in the face with a white glove. He basically said, "That's a cute little video, little boy, but the adults are talking now." It is the most disrespectful, passive-aggressive shit I have ever seen. And then Milo starts flexing. "I read 30 papers. You did one experiment. I am the captain now." He is trying to big boy him. Milo is terrified. You can smell the fear on him. Think about it. Milo Wolf built his entire career on one concept: lengthened partials, the stretch. He sells the Stretch app. He sells the Stretch coaching. If Jeremy's study proves that the stretch doesn't matter, Milo is cooked. He's got to go update his LinkedIn. He's got to go apply at Starbucks. "Welcome to Starbucks. Can I interest you in a lengthened partial latte?" So he has to destroy Jeremy. He has to discredit the study. He is fighting for his livelihood. But he can't just scream, "You're wrong," because that looks unscientific. So he does this snake shit. My guy, Jeremy rented an MRI machine. That ain't entertainment. That is medical debt. Milo is sitting in the shadows, trying to assassinate Jeremy's character with a footnote. Can we talk about the lighting? Why does Milo film like he's in the witness protection program? Bro, turn a lamp on. You look like a hacker in a 90s movie. "I'm in the mainframe." He's trying to look serious and academic, but he just looks like he's hiding from the sun because he knows his vitamin D levels are suboptimal. This is a turf war, plain and simple. Jeremy stepped on Milo's corner, and Milo is pulling out the strap, which is a PDF file. Jeremy had 20 people in his study, which, honestly, for a YouTube video, that's a lot. Getting 20 people to show up to the gym for 10 weeks is a miracle in itself. But Milo looks down his nose and says, 20 participants simply isn't large enough to guarantee a high level of statistical power. Milo is sitting there in a room lit by a candle, acting like 40K is pocket change. He keeps bringing up this meta-analysis thing. For the regular people, a meta-analysis is just a study of studies. It's a book report. You take 30 other people's hard work, mash it together, and put your name on it. Milo thinks reading 30 book reports makes him the boss. If Jeremy is right, Milo's entire lengthened partial empire crumbles to dust. He is fighting for his survival. Then Milo drops for mask. He looks into the camera with those sharky eyes and says, "The average viewer seeing this video may think scientists are flip-flopping." Because, bro, you are flip-flopping. For years, Milo has been the stretch guy. He has been screaming lengthened partials, stretch-mediated hypertrophy. And now that Jeremy spent 40K to prove it might not matter, Milo is scrambling. He's doing PR damage control. He says, no, we aren't flip-flopping. We are just adding to the totality of evidence. Nah, bro. Imagine buying a car, driving it for years, and then the dealer calls you and says, "Hey, so turns out the engine might not actually exist. It shifts closer to 0 horsepower." And then he tries to debunk Jeremy's point about novelty. Jeremy says, "Maybe I grew because it was a new stimulus." Reasonable, right? You switch up the workout, you get sore, you grow. Bro Science 101. Milo says, I am skeptical of the concept of novelty leading to growth. I would have loved to see some citations. Bro, do you need a citation to know that water is wet? He doesn't believe in new stimulus. He thinks the human body is a calculator. If it's not in a PDF file from 2004, Milo doesn't believe it exists. Oh, you felt a pump? Do you have a source for that pump? Is it peer-reviewed? He is trying to gaslight us into thinking that our own experiences in the gym aren't real unless a nerd in a lab coat signs off on it. He is terrified that bro science, novelty, intensity, switching it up, might actually beat nerd science. So he has to dismiss it. Show me the citation. Bro, look at your arm. That's the citation. So after 20 minutes of yapping, after citing the hierarchy of evidence, what is Milo's final advice? What is the takeaway from the high priest of partial reps? He says, if you want the highest odds of maximizing hypertrophy, pick exercises that bias the stretch. Because at worst, you'll see the same growth, and at best, you'll see more. So your scientific conclusion is, might as well do it just in case. That's it. That's like a mechanic saying, hey, your car might explode or it might not, but you should pay me $5,000 to fix it just in case. He's admitting that the stretch might do nothing. At worst, same growth. But he still wants you to do it because if you stop doing it, you stop needing his advice. Oh no, if I don't stretch my lat, I might lose 0.5% hypertrophy. Bro, who cares? So here's the truth about the Civil War. Jeremy Ethier spent $40K to find out that basic lifting works. Milo Wolf spent 20 minutes trying to convince you that basic lifting is suboptimal. And guess what? They're both lost. They're fighting over crumbs while the meatheads are eating the whole cake. While these nerds are arguing about statistical power and resistance profiles, Sam Sulek is in the gym lifting a vending machine. The science guys have paralyzed themselves. They analyzed the fun out of the gym. They turned a hobby into a homework assignment. So do yourself a favor. Stop watching the accountants fight. Go to the gym, pick the heaviest thing you can find, lift it until the ghost of Mike Mentors appears and blesses you, then go home and eat a steak. That is the only study you need. I'm out. I'm gonna go do a workout that Milo Wolf would hate.